Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of D313XP, man. This is your boy DC1 back here on another episode, man. Thank you for joining me, man, on this lovely Monday night, man. I hope everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend with your family, loved ones, your friends, co-workers, etc., man. So we got a lot to talk about. I was supposed to join in last night. Yeah, they ended up doing with joining the guys at Dynasty Sports Network, but I was a little tired. But I'm here with y'all today. We're just gonna be on here, not gonna be on here too long, but we got to talk about what's been going on over the sports weekend. I know it's been a hot topic been going on. It's this Michigan Ohio State game. It's I normally start off as talk about Michigan State, so I started talking about Detroit Lions. But this has been the hot topic over the weekend. Unless if you're a U of M fan, if you're Ohio State fan, if you one of those fans, one was obviously, on the great mood side, and the other one is on the terrible side. So I want to jump into this because this is, me as a Sparty. I mean, I have to be realistic. I saw this coming. I really did. I saw this coming. And the reason why I said this because I predicted this that Michigan was going to beat Ohio State. So I really predicted this because something about that team, that Columbus, they just not good. They just not good. And for a team like Michigan, that's been dealing with some terrible quarterback situations, been dealing with, also losing a lot of players and this. I mean, not saying I'm not one people thinking that I'm jumping on the Michigan bandwagon because I'm not. I'm not a Michigan fan. I'm a still State fan, always will be. But I gotta give credit where credit is due. When I like I said, I predicted this because the reason why I said this because Ohio State has not played a physical team like that Michigan team. So, and I predicted this. You can ask the guys, Big Willie and Big A, and those guys at Dynasty Sports Network when I was on their show. Even on this, I predicted that Michigan was going to beat Ohio State. A lot of people didn't believe me. A lot of people was on the fence. Even a lot of Michigan fans wasn't even sure they was going to win this game because of the season that they had. So I say it because of the simple fact that Michigan had nothing to play for. They was already bowl eligible. It was going to come in. Like you said, they had to keep it close. They had to keep it close to be in this game, and they did. You got to give credit to that defense. That defense, and I'm gonna get to that for a hot second, but they didn't have nothing really to play for, and you got to look at the fact that they came out. There was a 20-point underdogs, which everybody thought this juggernaut Ohio State team was just going to score 40, 50 points on them, and it didn't happen. They got held to their season low, 10 points. Now I'm going to revert to the defense of Michigan. And their defense was unbelievable. That game. I mean, they forced 2 turnovers, timely turnovers at that, especially the first one that would change the dynamic of that game because not only to change the dynamic of the game, they gave them more confidence to win that game. They gave them more confidence to stay in this game. Their defense showed up. Their defense did what they're supposed to do. Now, people will say, well, Ohio State played into their games. They played into their games. But that's not on Michigan. That's not. That's not on Michigan to, figure out what that team in Ohio State was going to do. That's not on them. But Michigan defensively came up with a great game plan. As you've seen from the start to finish, they came up with a great game plan, and they shut down their their two running backs for Ohio State. Shut them down. Make Will Howard be a pedestrian quarterback, as he has not. And I gotta give credit to shout out to Big A. I gotta give credit to him. He called this out. Will Howard is not the quarterback everybody think he is. And I gotta give credit to Big A also for saying what he said on the show. I believe he said it on this show as well. Last time we was on the XP, that if Michigan start with Mullins, it's gonna be a long game for Ohio State. Now, if they start with Donovan Edwards, it's gonna help benefit Ohio State. And what did Michigan do? Started off with Mullins. They run, pass. Now that they only threw for 66 yards, Davis Warren threw 2 interceptions. You know, they have not had good quarterback play. That really happened. They've been having terrible quarterback play all year long. That's nothing to be said. But also, that defense was stout. Wink Martindale, the defensive coordinator of Michigan, called up a hell of a game yesterday. Hell of a game. He did. Call up a hell of a game. So, what he did is shut the perimeter guys down. He really did. You gotta get credit where credit is due. You know, like I said, I couldn't predict this was going to happen because nobody was expecting this. Nobody was expecting Michigan, to beat Ohio State. I don't care if it was here in Ann Arbor. I don't care if it was in Columbus. Nobody, even a lot of Michigan fans, was unsure. But me as a Sparty fan, when you look at the game of football, when you look at the trenches of it, I looked in and said, "This is going to be," because Michigan knew they had nothing to play for. They were already bowl eligible, so there was the opportunity for Michigan to show the world, shock the world, and which they absolutely did. They actually shocked the world, being the number 2 team in the country in a rivalry, the biggest rivalry in college sports, and especially in college football, and for at least say, and for that to happen, and you're a 20-point underdog and you still win the game, that would tell you something right there. That would tell you something right there. So you gotta give credit where credit is due, man. You gotta give it to it. They did. They came out. They did their part. Ohio State lost 4 years in a row. And this one was even worse because this is the team that just projected to at least go to the Big Ten championship game again. And on top of that, trying to get in the playoff to get for a national championship. And Ryan Day, you 0-4. And then just to include it, you lost to a team. Didn't even have. They lost a lot of players. Through the draft. Didn't have their best corner. And you still lost to them. And that's what shows you the type of team. Like I said, Michigan's been a mediocre team all year. They've been a mediocre team all year. But you got to give credit to. They came out, they do, like, we keep this thing close. We can win this thing. We can take the crowd out. Absolutely. Take the crowd out. So, you got to give credit to Michigan, saying to Michigan, man, they did what they're supposed to do. They really did. And like I said, I'm a Sparty fan. I always will be a Sparty fan. But I got to call it like what it is. They did what they're supposed to do. For all the UM fans out there, I gotta give you credit. Y'all won the game. Y'all won fair and square. And it is what it is. Ohio State, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. You thought you was gonna come in, you the big dogs of this, the big dogs of that. It's done. That Ryan Day better hope that he wins a national championship to save his job, because it's not a good look for him. It's really not. You going 0-4 against that team in Ann Arbor, and you lose to a mediocre Michigan team, man. I mean, but that's just what that tell you, man. Like, come on, bro. Come on. I mean, they some frauds, man. They some frauds. Ohio State is some frauds. Same with Penn State. I'm gonna get into Penn State. They gonna lose in the Big Ten championship game to Oregon. Oregon, to me, they gonna run them out the gym, out the field. I just have a feeling Oregon's gonna. I could be wrong. Penn State may keep it close, but Oregon's gonna run them out the field on a heartbeat and a quickness. So the reason why I'm also smiling, because we got our guy that's going to join in. My guy Breed, he's like to give y'all Michigan fans a lot of headache. He's finna give a lot of you Michigan fans headache.
O-H-I-O, you cheated us again. You stole the signs. You know what you did. And you fought us after the game. You ain't right.
Listen.
Classless. Typical Michigan people. Team. You just, ooh.
But yeah.
You're damn right I'm gonna be a troll, Nomus. Yes. You know I wasn't going. You just know I was gonna get on y'all. You know it. Come on now.
Come on. You got to give them credit, man. You got to give them credit. Nobody.
I give them credit for being mediocre, for being 7-5. Congratulations.
Hey, they mediocre.
Congratulations.
But they mediocre, but you beat the number 2 team in the country.
And the number 2 team still got a chance of winning the national championship while they're going to the game above changes of lettering or whatever bowl.
Well, like I said, man, you got to give him credit with his due, man. You got to give him credit. I mean, I predicted this. I predicted Michigan was going to. You don't believe me. You don't believe me. I think you heard what I said it too. I predicted Michigan was going to beat Ohio State. And it happened.
Hey, Nomus. His is spelled H-I-S, not H-O-S. Just saying.
Typical Nomus J.
Yeah.
Typical Nomus J. I know he's at work. That's why he can't join in. So I know he's at work. Put on some MS gear, and he telling you put on some Michigan State gear.
Hey, listen, don't get me started on Michigan State. Don't get me started on them. I already talked about them.
We're gonna get into that, but so Breed. So your thoughts is that game, but they say the game. Your thoughts, I can tell because you're wearing them colors. You wanted them to win, obviously, and it didn't happen. And it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
But the reason I say you got to give them credit because you held them to 10 points. Our team couldn't held them to 10 points. Our Michigan State couldn't do it. A lot of other teams couldn't do it.
Well, I mean, when you don't have an offense and a defense, I mean, there's nothing you can do.
And what this so-called Ohio State offense supposed to have all the skilled players, all the in the world, and you only scored 10 points. That's including you missed 2 field goals.
Well, if you know the plays, I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, I'm just saying,
Well, I mean, I'm not getting to all that, but all I'm saying is,
and I will say this to all y'all Michigan fans who wanted Sharon Moore fired, what y'all think about it now? Y'all still want him fired?
No, they ain't want him fired.
I'm just saying. Yeah, they don't want him fired now.
Uh-oh. We got.
Oh, I know he about to get on me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, H.
How y'all doing?
Hey, Art. You
heard what's that up top right there? Ohio State. Oh, bro, you about to burst into flames, man. Dang.
We got cheated. We got cheated. We got cheated.
Okay.
Cheated.
Hey.
How y'all doing, family?
Good. Hey.
We good. How about yourself?
Hey, Art.
God bless.
Man, I'm taking this.
Did I call that?
Fuck this. Taking this shit off.
Yeah. I believe DC did say Michigan was gonna do it.
They called it. I said it.
They had a good game plan.
No, without a doubt. Just tougher, man. Just Ryan Day. But you know what Ryan Day reminds me of, man? He that guy that you saw him, you grow up in high school, man, you knew he was soft, and then he been going to whatever gym or whatnot. Now I guess he feel he not soft, and nothing changed, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what Ryan Day is, man. Brother, he's still soft, and we are in Michigan. We love it because keep him in there, man. We love having a complete moron in control of the ops. We love that.
Yeah,
we love that.
So Art, what's your thoughts about the game, man?
First of all, I think Sharon really showed off what as I said, I've been a Sharon supporter since day one, man. And I said the guy's a coaching genius. This is why he was hired. With any first year guy, just like you get with a prospect, man, or a rookie player, you're getting them based on potential. It doesn't matter how good you are. You have to have your bumps, your bruises at that next level. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you come in, hitting the ground, killing it, so to speak. You're still gonna hit your little low. You're gonna hit your little, freshman wall. You're gonna hit your rookie wall. It doesn't matter, and that could be whether it's a coach or a player. But either way, I think as the season went on, Sharon started to show his class as a coach, and he just showcased he's a better coach than Ryan Day. Period. This last year was not a fluke just because he was coaching Harbaugh's guys. No, that wasn't the case. He outcoached Ryan Day for that win. This year again, he has less talent this year. And what? Outcoached Ryan Day. And they came in with a brilliant game plan. Wink Martindale showed, he is a defensive wizard. And that's the guy for me personally. He had to grow on me, but Wink definitely showed he's a defensive wizard. Man, people forget a lot of these defensive great young minds. A lot of those are Wink Martindale disciples, man. A lot of those are Wink Martindale disciples. So Wink showed why he was the master. Had a brilliant game plan. Took everything away from OSU. And to be very honest with you, I think Sharon and Wink broke OSU mentally. They know the coach is weak. He has a weak constitution, man. He's a weak-minded. The whole shebang, man. And really, they attacked the ego of Ryan Day. So instead of rather say attacking the players, and I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, and like I said, Wink Martindale deserved the game ball. He deserved the game. because he coached his life off of that on that defense. I mean,
They gave them nothing. They got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
and what makes it even better is that they didn't even have Will Johnson, and still did.
Yep.
Still did.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have Cole. We didn't have Colston Lebanon. We didn't have a lot of guys, man. Then we lost Edwards for the second half, which, going back to look at the tape, was clearly a dirty play by Ohio State. Wrapping his leg up, twisting up. They young brother know good and well what he was doing, man. But it is what it is, man.
And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna for Ohio State. You know what?
Well,
I'm calling their name out.
Columbus.
I know. I'm calling their name out. I'm calling their name out because the simple fact is, don't sorry ass motherfucking players over there, bro. Yep. Over there, after the game was over, you get upset because Michigan coming to plant the flag in your field on your turf, and then you sit up here, Sawyer out there snatch the flag and want to get upset because you lost again 4 years in a row, and on top of that, you sit up here, y'all want to start fights and get y'all got fined, but Michigan ended up getting the fine as well. The $100,000. That ain't nothing to both.
We shouldn't have, but it's ridiculous.
Michigan, Ohio State either.
No.
Yeah.
Michigan should not even got fined for that.
No, you know what, man? I'm like this. I'm sorry, DC. Go ahead, bro.
Because the thing is, though, like everybody else, a lot of people saying, if you want to put up a fight, you should have put up a fight on the field, not after the game. You know what I'm saying? Players get sprayed and all that type of stuff, man.
Lost DC?
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. You know, it's like, come on, man. Yeah.
But you know what? I would have got mad. I don't blame Ohio State, man, because I would have got mad too if you planting a flag in front of my field. This
is where I disagree, though, bro. Because look, it's happened to us twice this year, man. Oregon did it to us, and Texas did it to us. And all Sharon Moore said, took it like a man. Like, if we don't like it, win. Sharon took it like. That's why I respect Sharon Moore, dog. Because you can tell his team is rubbing off on his players, man. You can tell he as a coach is rubbing off on his players. Sharon is strong-minded. Look, and I would tell my guys the same thing too, Bree. Hey, look, y'all, if y'all don't like them flag planted, don't go out there and fight them dudes. Y'all should have fought them harder when it was about winning the game. Go out there and win. Ryan Day want to act like a little punk, and his players acting like a little punk. That's why I say personally, and normally I don't take this stance because y'all know how I am about firing coaches, but I think Ryan does need to go, and I'm gonna tell you why. When Harbaugh was having trouble getting over the hump when he was first getting there before he finally got the program established. No one questioned whether Jim was soft or not. You get what I'm saying? No one questioned whether he was weak-minded or not. They questioned whether he beat Ohio State. That's one thing. But nobody thought he was soft. There was no era passing the buck. You feel me? There was no BS excuses when he got up to the podium. You know what I'm saying, man? I had to give Jim credit. He owned it. Ryan Day, consecutive years, excuses, whatever ridiculous game plan that was, man. And then he gets up there talking about, they were trying to plant a flag in the middle of our field, and our guys weren't having it. That goes to show me you are not a leader. And then his players only act like him.
And what happened on that field, it happened on the field after the game, and you standing here, and you going out there and telling your guys, get out the field. Let's go to the locker room.
Exactly.
You still, you watching what's going on. What type of coach are you? And you supposed to be a leader of men for these young men out here. And you sit up here, you watching this whole thing going down like that. Like, come on, bro.
Absolutely. And Sharon out there. Go. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, and then some people like, well, Sharon Moore, he out there waving to the crowd and say bye bye. Like, what's wrong with that? He ain't going.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And he ain't going out there, just doing something egregious. And he just waving to the crowd, bye bye. Wait to the fans, bye bye. You lost. See you later. Like any other player would do.
And the thing is, what Ohio State has to do from this point on, they got to take their frustration out on everybody in the playoff. If they
Won't
still
happen.
get
Won't
take
happen.
it, no.
That team is broken, dog.
Oh,
That's why I
it is.
think they're gonna have to let Ryan go. That team is broken, top to bottom. You can't let a guy that mentally weak coach your team. You're a top tier program in the nation. He showed his character. That's when that happens to a coach, man. You showed your character. But look at this. It's as legendary as Urban Meyer is now, right? After all these situations happened with Urban Meyer, man, with the college girl and all this, Urban Meyer can't get another coaching job. Nobody is exempt, bro. Once you show that you can't continue to get these jobs, and especially in the manner that Ryan Day showed it. So, Ryan, I was on you all know Johnny Olden Jr.'s podcast,
Mhm.
and we were talking about this, man. And I was like, brother, you know what? Ryan Day reminds me of a sermon I heard from a good pastor I like to listen to. It goes something like this: is this way? Be careful when men elect you to an office that God didn't appoint you to. Because once you get to that office, automatically your character doesn't match up with what's divinely expected. You get what I'm saying? And so with Ryan Day is a guy, brother, you were handed that job. You didn't do anything to earn that job. You didn't have any kind of credentials, etc., whatnot. And this is the thing, you weren't even really a heralded assistant. Ryan Day wasn't really a heralded assistant. He was a good yes man for Urban. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of guy he was, man. When Sharon was coming up in the ranks, Sharon was already had his name being whispered about with other coaching jobs coming up. I know Coastal Carolina was interested, South Carolina was interested, different things like that, man. There were other programs that wanted them, and so the team decided, like, look, I think we got a disciple in-house is actually good. Ryan Day was never that caliber of coach. There's never any whispers about Ryan Day going to any other program to take it over. Never any whisper about anybody being interested in Ryan Day to come and get the program up and running, man. Nobody wanted this dude. And so he was handed something, and it shows that no matter the kind of talent he gets, he's just not good enough. He just can't do it. And a large part of that goes into mentality. But look, fellas, we all know, man, you can be as talented as you want, but if you do not have the toughness for whatever sport or level of competition that you're in, it just is not going to work out. You can't be soft and win.
Yeah.
Can't be soft and win. And so Ryan showed he's soft. He's mentally frail. They said, allegedly, man, they said Ryan Day, one of the reasons why he probably didn't step in with all that hoopla that was going on in the field, they said Ryan Day stared off, and they said he was in a trance after that loss, man. They said that's how mentally broken. It's multiple people like this was Ion Buckeye or whatever his name, and the guy, the 24/7 Buckeye dude or whatever. He's calling. So there's multiple people saying the same thing, bro. They said allegedly got tape that Ryan Day just gone, just off in a trance.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
Yeah. And I just read something about it. I guess that school of Columbus their talks are still keeping Ryan Day as their head coach.
Okay, I mean they can do that. That's none of my business. I love it. Please keep him.
Because the thing is though, that team, man, you get all these skilled players, all these 4 or 5 star players on your team. This is third, and then you beating up on everybody else in the Big Ten. But then when it comes to Michigan, you're 0-4.
Yep.
You're 0-4. You can't win the big game when it matters most. And then when you had the opportunity to win the big game when it matters most, you couldn't get it done. So I don't believe he's a fraudulent coach, just like another coach that's out there that's going to be playing in the Big Ten championship game Saturday. James Franklin of Penn State, another fraudulent head coach.
And that's if he don't win, he needs to get fired too.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. Penn State not gonna fire him though.
They're probably not though.
They're not. He been there for 9 years, and this is his first time. And he only got to the Big Ten championship game because of Ohio State loss.
That's it. Happenstance. We'll see, brother. I mean, now let me ask you this: who would you, if you can only have two? Who would you, one of the two? Who would you rather have, Ryan Day or James Franklin? That's a toughie. That's like what I want. Venom or poison.
Bree, you think you can answer that? I can't answer that.
I can answer that. Ryan Day.
Ryan Day? Okay.
Yep.
I'll take James.
Easy.
I'll take James Franklin. I'm gonna tell you why. Once again, who gets the tip of the top of the iceberg with recruiting? Ryan Day. Who has more money for NIL? Ryan Day. And still haven't in his tenure there, what does Ryan Day want? With the best, the tip of the top. You see, Penn State, they get that piece of the pie, but it's not the cream of the crop. You feel what I'm saying? Not year in and year out. Ohio State gonna reload every year. Multiple 5 stars, multiple high level 4 stars. You know what I'm saying? Every year. What has Ryan Day done with it? Nothing. 0. Embarrassing L after embarrassing L. The thing is, though, man, and I feel where Breed is coming from because both are garbage. I don't think there's a wrong answer with this. Both are hot garbage. But was James Franklin ever expected to beat Michigan? Let's be honest, though. Nobody thinks James Franklin was going to beat Michigan, man. Like, was James Franklin really, truly ever expected to beat Ohio State?
Nope.
No, not at all. Now, was Ryan Day expected to beat both? Yes. Ryan Day is expected to be the tip of the iceberg, man. Look at, bro, you spent $20 million on this team.
Yeah.
$20 million. And here's the issue with this Ohio State team. This is not just recruits you have to develop. Ryan, you literally also got $12 million in NIL portal money to go and select guys that you thought would be able to contribute and win right away. Then, like a complete buffoon, you downgraded your most important position in quarterback because everybody knows good and well Kyle McCord is better than Will Howard.
Absolutely.
Kyle McCord looks like a first round pick. Look at his season. He looks like a first round pick, and you let him walk.
But you know what? But brought back to what you just said. McCord was broken after that Michigan loss.
That was after Ryan Day.
Yeah.
No, but you're right though, Breed. You're right. No, that's a good point. You're right. He was broken. That's because he's associated with an idiot coach. Now, the truth of the matter is, I think him going to Syracuse, piggybacking off of what you were saying, because that's an excellent point. If anybody listening to me, that's a mic drop, Breed, because why he was rubbing off on Kyle McCord, the player. I don't think Kyle McCord could have reached his potential this year if Ryan Day was still his coach.
Absolutely.
Just from a mentality standpoint, not even an X's and O's standpoint, man. Just by having an incompetent leader telling you what to do standpoint, you can never really do the things that you actually can do out on that field. And so I really think Kyle McCord had to leave him. And what did Kyle McCord say in his press conference when Syracuse upset Miami? It all comes full circle. It all comes full circle, man. Ryan Day looks like a complete moron, bro. And so if they want to keep that as the head in Columbus, by all means, please do. Because if you cannot beat this Michigan team, you can't beat any.
And they had so many, and they had so much hype coming into the season, and how many players was coming back, Trayvon Henderson and all these guys that was coming back. People was picking them to win the national championship. You know what I'm saying? They got Sports Illustrated. They got all these people coming. Nope.
I'm telling you this. Even they getting in this playoff, they gonna get knocked down. They could get knocked down in the first round. Now, they're projecting, depending on who's coming, how many teams in the SEC coming in the playoff. They're projecting that Ohio State might play Tennessee, and they ain't guaranteed you gonna beat Tennessee if Tennessee gets in.
Tennessee's gonna get in. Strength of schedule, everything's there for them to get in. I just think Ohio State, it's not even the standpoint of talent right now. I'm be real with you, man. You have to ask yourself, especially with all those seniors, do I trust Ryan Day anymore? Am I going to actually listen to him coach us through a national championship? I don't think you can. You're right, bro. I don't think you can. In my mind, if I'm JT Tomalu, if I'm any of these guys, man, do I trust this guy anymore?
Nope. Nope.
And it's not even just because the not being Michigan. Look at his behavior. This is supposed to be our leader.
Mm-hmm.
And now at this point, bro, these young men are old enough to spot a buffoon. You know, you coming in 17, 18 years old, man, sometimes you just don't know any better. But these young men, 22, going on 23 years old, like, you a grown man. You know an idiot when you see one now.
Yeah.
And so at this point, you've seen 3 years of this, 40 years of this complete buffoonery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, man, I had to give credit, to, like I said, Michigan. They, like I said, they came with the game plan. They did their job. They did, they beat the rival. They took care of business again, and it was an ugly game. But Michigan won through the trenches. They won through the trenches. Their defense showed up. Their offensive line, as far as in the running game, stellar. As far as in the running game, at least.
Hey, you know what? Something though, DC. If we had a competent quarterback, this is a blowout.
You about to second Big A just said that too.
If we had a competent quarterback, because bro, look, Davis Warren left 3 touchdowns at the goal line because he can't throw. But these are obvious line passes. How you let a D lineman intercept you, bro? And it was 15 yards between him and your receiver. That's how bad Davis Warren is, and I still hold true that Aiden Childs is a better quarterback than Bumbus Warren. And that says a lot because Aiden Childs is hot garbage. I'm not giving the kid that much credit. I'm just saying Davis Warren is terrible. Warren.
Watch your mouth about Aiden Childs now. Watch your mouth.
That kid isn't good. Y'all can do better than that. Y'all can do better.
Remember, he said that the team is going to be a lot better next year.
Yeah, well, I don't believe in that. That was him as a quarterback. I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. You guys are Michigan State. Now y'all know. Look here on the podcast, we family. When it comes to that, that season, we ops, man. I'll give y'all credit as a franchise and as a program. Y'all deserve better than that, and y'all can get better than that. And just like we were talking about in the comment thread on the socials on the book, man. You guys are Michigan State. Y'all not some bum discount. Yeah, y'all little bro, but man, little bro's slightly something too. And so these y'all can get. Yeah, I don't care. I saw the same thing, and I do not care. He said, I no longer care about the fans. Yeah, we could tell that 5 weeks ago when you kept on INTs.
Man, once again, and that's why I didn't buy that either, because if you didn't care about the fans, you wouldn't make a statement.
Well, y'all paid a bum too much money. It's what happened.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this. Let me put this in there. Let me put this in context. Let me put this in context. What he was saying is, as far as with the fan base, the bandwagon fans, the fans that's he's talking about the bandwagon fans that's they come when they win, they come when they lose. You don't show when they lose enough. He's not talking about the actual fans that stick there through the whole season. That's been there, and through the hard times and the, the good times. He's not talking about those fans. He's actually talking about those bandwagon Michigan State fans. That's what he's really talking about. And I understand where their parts come from, because even as myself, like Breed, the other true Michigan State fans, even we don't like how the season has happened, I'm just still gonna ride with this team regardless.
Right.
I mean, it's a disappointing season because we had the opportunity to get to a bowl game. But I like with Childs, he has not had turned the ball over the last three games of the season. He has cut down. He hasn't thrown he did throw an interception against Purdue. He didn't throw an interception against Rutgers. He didn't throw an interception the game before that. He has not thrown interceptions. It's just the problem is we don't have an offensive line. We don't have a defensive line. Our secondary's been all banged up. And y'all
don't have a quarterback either.
Oh, we have a quarterback, which is
that kid's not good.
Offense. Yeah, that
kid's not good. Let me ask you this, man. Miller Moss is available. Do you take Miller Moss out of the portal?
I'm taking Aiden Childs.
You say you take Aiden Childs over Miller Moss?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm taking Aiden Childs.
I see the faces Breed is making. Because he knows what I'm getting at right now.
Listen, first,
I'm thinking Moss, man. I ain't gonna lie.
but see,
Give A. Childs another year to learn and just give him the keys. Give him the keys.
True.
To the
But see, Aiden Childs, y'all look, man, he was like, this is first year. He's still a young guy. He got the arm talent. He got the arm talent. He got talent. He can run with the football. The problem was all year long, he just did not take care of the football. That's his big flaw. That's
the crux of his job.
Now, see, it's not like it's his second or third year, fourth year, and then you can make a case for that.
Okay,
but it's not. His first year is the starting. If you remember, remember he was in Oregon State. He was in Oregon State. He was the backup over there. He didn't really play much. He didn't play much. Then he comes over to Michigan State to be the starter. You know, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time.
They should say a lot that he couldn't get clocked at Oregon State.
Right. They
should say a lot that he could not get clocked at Oregon State.
But my thing is,
you guys are Michigan State. You guys are legendary. Look, and look, I'm a Michigan man. Y'all know I would never be on your side like that. But I'm gonna give credit where credit. Look, y'all not some bum franchise, but y'all not some bum program, man. You guys are literally Michigan State. You guys have billionaire boosters too. Yeah, Michigan ain't the only ones with it, bro. Y'all can get it, man.
But you have to understand too, and which I gotta give credit to Big A on this, man. Shout out to Big A. I gotta give credit to this. Jonathan Smith is when it comes to recruiting and stuff, it's a slow process with that. He's a slow process with that because now it's gonna take time to get the 3 to 4 star recruits on our team, and hopefully we can be able to get those. And Jonathan Smith, he gonna have to get on the ball to start to get some recruits on our team to commit to this team.
Portal, bro.
He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to hit the portal or something because the simple fact is that this is a disappointing season for our standards. We should at least be bowl eligible.
Yeah, and Pam, that's my point. That's what I'm saying. You guys are Michigan State, man. Like, I'm sorry, this young man is not good enough. If I'm you guys, I'm putting together Miller Moss a package. And I'm going to go get him. Miller Moss just got tired of playing for Lincoln Riley, like everybody else over there at USC is tired of playing for overrated Lincoln Riley. If I'm y'all, ain't nobody outbidding me for Miller Moss because I'm guarantee you. Look, we gonna come in and I'm gonna say this, man. You guys got to go get a veteran QB just to, if you believe in Childs that much, right? Just to push him. There should be no sacred cows. This kid should not be. You can't have a season like that and be guaranteed a starting job next year, or even feel comfortable. I don't think you're gonna get a starting job. Nobody should be put on a pedestal like that. And this is D1, and now y'all young dudes getting paid D1. No, if you don't perform, you will be replaced and can be just like that coach. If he don't perform, he will and can be replaced. This is business now. This is business now, man. This is business. Young fella, you had your chance. You came in. You looked god awful. Yes, there's other contributing factors that I get it. But watch this. The factors that the other kids that make up those factors, they need to be replaced and upgraded too. All these young dudes, man. If you had underclassmen and all that other stuff, bro, look. If I'm John, I'm telling him, look, man, I'll be very transparent with him because everybody deserves transparency. I'm bringing in XYZ talent, and look, if you out-compete these upperclassmen I'm bringing in and you win the job, all right. But look, Aiden and everybody else, you're not guaranteed a starting spot next year because I'm trying to win.
Listen, look at okay. I'm about to read off Child's season stats.
Go ahead.
He finished up the season 2,415 yards. Okay. Passing yards. 59% completion percentage. 13 touchdowns. It's not great, but it's not great. But he's 13 touchdown passes, 11 interceptions. He got sacked 30 times. 30 times. That 30 times right there, that's majority because the offensive line has not protected them. The offensive line has not opened up the running game. Our running backs, Lynch Adams has
garbage.
649 yards.
Garbage.
Rushing, 2 touchdowns. Nate Carter.
Yeah.
Nate
Garbage.
499 yards with 5 touchdowns.
You guys deserve better, my friend.
Aiden Childs.
You guys deserve better.
Aiden Childs, our quarterback, our third Russian leader on the team.
Absolutely.
225 yards with 3 touchdowns.
Because, brother, everybody you listed is a bum. Everybody you listed should not be getting paid a dime. In fact, they should be paying rent at their door. That's how bad. That's how bad, man. Those guys, y'all deserve better. Fam, I'm not even trying to comfort it. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
This is what I'm. Okay, I'm in some degree.
I have a heart of empathy for my brothers right now. I'm not even trying to comfort the neck. I have a heart of empathy for y'all. Y'all loyal fans deserve better.
Listen, I understand we deserve better, but I'm gonna disagree with you when it comes to Aiden Childs.
I'll take that.
By far as if you want to talk the running backs,
okay,
I can't have no argument with that. I have no argument with that.
Bro, I think the Miller Moss wants to come. Y'all got to get that deal done, man.
And the receiving core got to step up too, man. You can't.
Garbage, my friend.
Nick Marsh is not garbage, bro.
Nick Marsh is
garbage.
Nick Marsh is entering the portal. Nick ain't staying for that.
Right.
No.
Because, bro, watch this, bro. Oh, no. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Nick Marsh, and I'm going to tell you this real talk. I would not be surprised. And y'all know I'm not a homer for any variety of anything. I would not be surprised if Nick Marsh ended up at Michigan or Alabama. I'm not surprised because that kid is a stud. You're right. That's the best player on the team, hands down. That kid is elite.
I won't be surprised.
Go ahead, my friend.
I would not be surprised. I don't think he can end up in Michigan, but I won't be surprised he either end up in Alabama or he'll end up at Texas A&M. Texas A&M.
A&M, if it comes down to those two, it would have to be because he wants to play there. They won't outbid Michigan for him if he enters the portal. That kid's going to enter the portal. He would be dumb not to. Because as I said, this is business at this point, man. You got to, but look, unless you are a national title contender, man, all of this young talent should, look at the portal. Like, is this my best option? I'm trying to win. That's just the nature of what college sports are now. Unfortunately, in some cases, I'm all for these young players getting paid, especially in football, man. Because your career is not guaranteed. You get one injury as a freshman in college, and you're done. You got a career in coaching at that point, not as a player. So I'm glad to see him get a piece of the pie. But there are other aspects I do think we have to regulate the NIL a little bit better. But that young man would be a fool for not putting his name in the transfer portal. And I guarantee you, if he puts his name in the transfer portal, it's Alabama or Michigan. I lean Michigan just because Kalen DeBoer might already be on the hot seat. Because Kalen DeBoer is another guy like Ryan Day, who not from a credential standpoint, but from a psyche standpoint, doesn't look like he fits the culture what Alabama wants. And I thought he was a bit of a weird fit anyways, but whatever.
You know what? You have a point there, but I think they're gonna give him another chance. I don't think they're gonna give him another year. I think they should. But you do have a point there about Caleb DeBoer. You do have a point there on that. I can't argue with that because in Alabama standards, you should not be losing 24-3 to Oklahoma. You should not be. You should not be losing to Vanderbilt. And you should not lose to Vanderbilt.
No, not at all. And you've got an NFL quarterback as your quarterback, man. You know what I'm saying? That kid's going to get paid. So when you got this, you got one of the most dynamic receivers. You have one of the best O-lines this year. And it's just like everybody, they've already fired, to what I've heard, 2 coaches this year. Looking at some of their, inner circles or whatnot, some of their media, they're talking about how all those coaches are underperforming. And it's funny, statistically, you look at them like they are. Every guy Kalen DeBoer has brought in has been terrible this year. Mm-hmm. It's not the players, man. You guys, Alabama should have had a season like Michigan had after we lost to TCU, man. It's all good. We coming back a year older, upperclassmen, refresh, ready to go. We should be the national title favorites.
Yeah.
No, and that's Kalen DeBoer. And so Kalen is starting to look like a guy that he caught lightning in a bottle by recruiting. Like the best thing he did as a coach was get Michael Penix Jr. to come to Washington. That's the best thing he did as a coach. But Michael Penix Jr. is already studied at Indiana.
Yeah.
So, Kalen might be on overrated watch, and them down south oil boys do not play.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, with Michigan State, they got a lot of work to do, man. They really got a lot of work to do in this offseason. They're gonna have to definitely shore up their offense. And we just lost our DB coach today. He just joined with UCLA.
Yep.
We just lost him today. So we got a lot of work to do. Jonathan Smith.
Let me ask you something, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in John? Do you believe in John long term as a coach?
That's remains to be seen.
Okay.
That remains to be seen. And he has to show me something different next season.
And John, we trust.
Okay.
And John, we trust.
So, bro, you believe in him, bro? You that's okay. All right. Because I know about him, but I know about him, but you guys are more in tune with him and have a better vibe with him than I do, obviously, because you guys are state fans. So if you feel that I think every coach needs at least 2 to 3 years, unless he's utterly incompetent. You got to give him at least 2 seasons to recruit. You know what I'm saying, man?
And plus, he got to get his own guys in there too. He still has his guys and Mel Tucker's guys too. Yeah. We still got to get his recruits and his people in there too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, with Aiden Childs, man, we gotta understand, you can't win in the Big Ten when you only have 150, 160 passing yards. You can't do that.
Yeah, but some of that is on him, but some of that is also on the coaching staff. It's on the offensive coordinator. They got to come with a better game plan. They got to come with they got to get the offensive line to protect Aiden Childs. You got to get open up the running game. That comes down to those things. I'm not putting everything. Aiden Childs gets some of the blame, but I'm not putting it all on him. I'm putting more on that coaching staff because you're not putting him in the position for him to have success. Even I just read off the stats, like he 13 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, but he has cut down those turnovers the last couple, last few games of the season. But at the same time, when the play calling has not been good, and when your offensive line is not protecting them, and it's not opening up the running game, and there's so much as a team that you can do. It's all around both sides of the ball. It's been, especially on the trenches, offensive line and defensive line has not been good. Our back end has been terrible, and the secondary. This needs a lot to be cleaned up with this team.
That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you, fam. Like, do y'all believe in him as a coach? Because I personally agree with pretty much everything you said. Like, I don't think the kid's that good, but I also don't think he's this bad. I just think my standpoint is, as Michigan State, you guys can get a better quarterback than that. But I don't think this kid is the straight dumpster fire like he's been put out there. And I think a large part of that is he kind of got left out on the string to dry by the coaching staff. And that's why I asked, y'all believe in John? Because some of these things, man, look at it from a Sharon standpoint. Sharon is working with a lot less this year, but yet he's winning all the rivalry games. Yet he's stealing games that he isn't supposed to be winning. Things like that, major recruiting wins, all this other stuff too.
But what's the difference between that and the Michigan State? Because they got the trenches, they got an offensive line and a defensive line. They got to run.
But see, some of that comes from mentality as well. Some of that comes from mentality. That's why I'm asking. That's what I'm not making a statement about John. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's why I'm asking state fans. Do y'all really believe he's going to bring that edge to it? Because you guys can get talent, but do you believe in your heart of hearts he's going to be the guy that's going to instill that edge in these guys to actually win those trenches battles?
He's going to have to show me. He have to do so. He's have to show me. He have to show me something in not only just this offseason. I gotta see it in some games, man. I gotta see it. I gotta see the improvement next season because I can't sit up here and say yes and then turn around. It's the same thing next year. I can't. I can't go there because this is like I said. 5-7 is unacceptable. We should have been 6-6. We could have been. Could at least be 7-5.
I think 7-5.
Yeah.
A lot of you shouldn't have lost this game. Honestly, I don't know how y'all. I didn't have y'all losing to Rutgers at all.
Rutgers didn't have half of their players, and they still won again. They see when Michigan State you went up 7-0, and all of a sudden your sense of urgency it just went out the window. You didn't come to play with no sense of urgency after the first drive, and you scored a touchdown.
Some of that is the coach.
Yeah, and Jonathan Smith had to take some blame on that. You got to get the coach staff. You got to get these players to buy in.
Yeah, this ain't the right way. It's not the right way to send your seniors home like this, man.
No.
Can't have it.
I'll say this though. I think however you guys attack the portal, because the portal is going to be the number one thing for y'all, man. However y'all attack the portal will show how much the brass, the AD, and all the decision makers at State probably really believe in him still. Because he's got to go out and get some upperclassmen that can play, man. As I say, you guys, who are some targets, DC, Bree? Who are some targets that you guys like that you think is realistic the State can bring over there with the NIL?
Well, I'm gonna have to look at it. I'm gonna have to look at it and see.
I'm hoping Miller Morris.
Well,
I think y'all should take a look at, man. It would fit John, but I think he's a better version of Aiden Childs. What's that kid up there at he's in Washington right now. Their quarterback, Vassar and Nash or something like that. Yeah. I think y'all should do that. I think that's a better version of what Aiden is, man. And that's a pro style quarterback. He can run. He can throw it. I think you guys need to get a guy. You guys haven't had a good stud at QB for a while, man. Just like a good, solid guy. You know what I'm saying, man? Maybe Aiden is developing into that. We'll see. But me personally, man, I'm like, bro, if I'm looking at a coach and let this kid down that bad this year, I don't know if I trust him. It's just one of those, in my mind, man, when I see it that bad, brother, one of those two got to go. Either it's the quarterback or the coach. And I just said, I don't want to be a hypocrite in saying or trying to backtrack on my stance. I think every coach needs at least 2 years to be able to do his thing, at least 2 years to be able to do his thing in fairness, just to be able to recruit his guys. But at the same time, they shouldn't be this bad. Y'all shouldn't be bowl eligible. For y'all not to have a bowl, I don't know, man. Like for me, brother, it's the Rutgers loss. I'm like, I don't, as a fan, I don't blame y'all if y'all throw an absolute hissy fit until next season about that. And it's not just the loss, it's the way y'all lost. The blowout to Rutgers, man. That's just not acceptable. And then barely beating Purdue really was not acceptable.
Yeah. And I'm gonna get into that Purdue one right quick because the simple fact you was up 24-3 and you didn't score a touchdown in the second half. That's embarrassing. You can score it. Just thank God, and like I said, thank God that dang Purdue is just a terrible team because they had opportunities. They had so many drops in that game, especially in the second half.
Yeah, that's true.
And just imagine if they would have caught the ball, especially one that the receiver was wide open for a touchdown, and he dropped it because that would have tied the game.
I'm gonna take a step further. I'm gonna take a step further than that. I think them losing that Michigan game. I think that was the one.
Yeah.
I felt like they could have won that game, but
I'm gonna take it another step further. They should have beat Boston College.
Yeah, without a doubt.
They should have beat Boston College.
And
that's how I knew y'all was gonna have a rough year, man.
And if you really look at it too, that first half they didn't play that bad. The first half against Oregon.
No.
It's just the turnovers.
And that's why I like the coaching staff, bro. Like they can't, no adjustments made from the leadership, man. That's what I'm saying. Like I personally think y'all deserve better top to bottom. And I think honestly, man, there shouldn't be any sacred cows to y'all rebuild, bro. And that includes John. if he gets cut after the first year, I think he needs at least 2, but I just think in the spirit of what you guys are as a program, it's no sacred cows, man. If you guys can get upgrades in anything, take them.
Yeah.
And the boosters need to act like they want y'all to win, because y'all Michigan State, man, y'all can get NIL packages. Y'all got billionaires to call and everything, man. And boosters and all that. Come on, man. Michigan State leadership needs to be better.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot better.
Let's get into it, man. We got to talk about some Detroit Lions, man. So, you guys, the Lions pulled out the victory on Thanksgiving against the Chicago Care Bears. Yes, the Care Bears. And got that coach. Their coach got fired the next day.
That was terrible.
The next day.
I called that, man.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Breed
sure did. Big shout out to Breed. Big shout out to Breed.
You need to tell me you had one time.
I did a video after that game. I said somebody gonna get fired. And
Breed said that boy be going by 5 o'clock. That boy was going at 4:30.
Right. I'm just sitting there like, bro, what are they doing? What are they doing?
What that was?
Yeah. You had one timeout, and then you did not use that timeout, and it's like the poor clock managing. Some people want to blame it on Caleb Williams.
I was just about to mention that. I was just about to mention that.
Can't blame
more the coach or Caleb Williams.
Coach
Matt Eberflus, without a doubt. Because if your quarterback doesn't realize that the coach has to coach, man, bro, you can't pass the buck. The head is the head. You the coach, man. That's crazy work.
Yeah.
But then again, that's what Chicago gets for giving that job to a dude whose last name sounds like a Harry Potter spell. Eberflus. That sounds like something you say, bro. Everybody in the hallway spout a tail or something, man.
Yeah. So man, but like I said, the Lions, man, they like I said, they played good in the first half in that game, and then turned around the second half. And the problem I had with that game too, and especially in the second half, Ben Johnson, man. Ben Johnson, he was trying to be too cute, trying to do too much, run the football. We was running football up on the Bears. They could not stop the run. Why are you trying to pass? Ben Johnson get caught up trying to be cute, trying to do the analytics and all this stuff. Ben Johnson needs to stop all that.
Yeah, he need to chill.
What works? What works? We had the two best dynamic duos on the running back position, Sonic and Knuckles, and it's not even close. As far as the duo, let them keep running the football. Like, come on, man. Why are you taking away and running the football? You want to go pass happy because you want to stick it to the Chicago Care Bears. You want to keep sticking to them, and then you turn around. Now they get back in this game because you want to be stupid. And I know the Jahmyr Gibbs fumble, before halftime, that was kind of like they gave Chicago a little bit of momentum and going into the second half.
Right.
Whatever, but you cannot. It's the play caller, Ben Johnson. You cannot be too cute with your play caller. Stick to what we've been doing, man. Don't try to do too much. It's trying to go away from the game plan, bro, that we've been doing. It's just very fortunate that the Chicago Care Bears are who we thought they are, and they show who they really thought they are. This is plain and simple. Now we got a game against Green Bay, a rematch, which we took care of business, blew them out the first time. Now Green Bay's trying to look for revenge to beat us, and we got to take care of business. We got, and Lord knows, we had guys got hurt on Thanksgiving. We lost Rodrigo for the rest of the year. Thank God we just picked up Jamal Adams off the practice squad. He's on the practice squad. Yeah. So thank God for that. We just get these guys healthy we got this tough game coming up Thursday, and then we got Buffalo coming in town next Sunday. So it's not going to be easy these next couple of games. And the Eagles just won yesterday. They're 10-2. So
playing good football, very good football right now.
Exactly. Lions got to take care of business. Minnesota is still right behind us. Even though they got lucky yesterday against Arizona, Minnesota's right behind us. Green Bay is behind us as well. They're not far behind us. The Lions, you better take care of business. These next couple games, it's going to tell. You play with your damn food against the Care Bears, and just very fortunate you're able to secure that plate of food.
I think Ben not only got beside himself, I think they also got a little bit too conservative, man. It's like they're playing they stopped playing to win. It was just like playing to maintain the lead. Nah, man, go out and step on the neck. It is what it is. Like, go out, perform, and do what you have to do. And then, as you said, brother, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just go, continue to do what's working, continue to pound the ball. Let Jared take a deep stab or two just to keep the defense honest. And then that's it. Go ahead and get a dominant win. But one thing I will say, with the injury situation, I do think that the team did a good job getting some really good guys to come in and fill in those gaps, man. I like these signings that I've seen. I really do. These are solid guys that I think can really step in and provide, a production where you won't really see much drop off defensively as to what we've had. So I think that's a really good thing, and it also goes to show the level of program building that top to bottom, man. That vet players want to come play at Detroit because they see as a potential to get a ring. So that right there speaks for itself. But yeah, I agree with you 100%, DC, man. That Ben, as much as I like Ben Johnson as a coach, he outcoaches himself sometimes, and a little bit of that is on Dan, because it goes back to the Ryan Day situation. Not that I'm comparing Dan Campbell to Ryan Day, but it's just that you have people trying to blame that foolishness on Chip Kelly for going away from the passing game, bro. Brother, the head coach is the CEO of the sideline. So there is nobody else's fault if a coordinator or somebody else that continues to do things that are not productive for the team. So Dan's got to rein that in on it. He's got to show up that leash, like, man, look, I don't want to see this again. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Bree?
Yeah, man. It's Woo. Oh man. I don't even know where to start. It's just crazy, man. I don't think with the Lions though too, but yeah, Bears is terrible. Let's just put it out there. They terrible. But it's just I ain't worried about what they gonna do. They can go through whatever they want to. It don't matter to me. It's just, to me, the Lions just gotta stay focused, man. They gotta just, throughout all these injuries that they had or been having. Like I said, having Jamal Adams, that helps with all the injuries that we had. But it, like I've always been saying, man, it's always gonna be next man up. And with the Packers, man, the Packers is not gonna make the same mistake the Bears make. They got a lot more talented receivers, and that can make those kind of plays than the Bears receivers. So, and they know the Lions, so they always it seemed like they look forward to the playing at Ford Field. Just especially what happened last year. We just hope that the same thing don't happen like that did last year with them. And Packers, they got something to prove themselves because they trying to get back into the division race too.
Right.
So it's more of a big game for them than it is for the Lions because they want to get back into that race.
I actually think
yeah, go ahead.
I actually think it's more big game for the Lions because not only you got to still take contend for this division, You still trying to get home. You still trying to get them to keep the number one seed because, like I said, the Philadelphia Eagles is right behind you. You
That's
know,
true.
you lose, the Lions lose this game. Yeah, you may be 3-1 in the division, but now you're gonna be tied with the Philadelphia Eagles for the number one seed. So now you got a tough game against Buffalo coming up after you play Green Bay, which Buffalo is another big game because Buffalo are trying to reach to Kansas City for the number one seed in the AFC. And if they tie with Kansas City, they will own the tiebreaker because they go in the head-to-head matchup. So these two games for the Lions are huge games for not only just for the division, but playoff seeding. Lions have an opportunity to have home field advantage. Everything in the NFC has to come through Ford Field. So this is not only just the division. It's for the number one seed. You get a first round bye. You get guys rested up, get them healthy, get ready for the divisional round, and then going into the NFC Championship game to go into the Super Bowl. This is a huge. These are huge games down the stretch. I know the Lions. They got, like I said, Green Bay. They got Buffalo. They got Chicago again. They got the 49ers, and you got Minnesota. The last game of the regular season, and that's not going to be easy either. Especially Minnesota are still trying to fight, for the division and be in a playoff position for the seeding. So it's not going to be easy for those Lions these next few games coming up. They got to take care of business. They got to take care of business.
And Chicago game too is going to be huge because that's going 9 times out of 10 that's going to be a cold weather game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be really their first true outside game. Weather game.
Well, they had a cold weather against Green Bay. And it was raining.
Yeah,
they beat them.
Yeah.
So, Drew, what's up, bro? Good, man. You a little low, man.
Yeah, is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
What's up, Drew, man? What's going on, brother? Mr. Florida State, man.
Man. I don't hop for my team, man. my team is Deion Sanders and Derrick Brooks. We don't flop down south.
What's your thoughts about the Lions, man?
I'm not worried. We're gonna win. Period. Case closed.
Oh well. Dang. Okay, Drew.
Straight, quick and to the point. I hear that.
Right. Straight.
Green Bay can't stop the run.
Yeah, but the Lions can't. Yeah, but the Lions can't get them. You can't get Green Bay confidence. Can't turn the ball over. Can't get any type of confidence to get in and stay in this game.
Can't give love, no love.
Can't do it.
See all that don't matter. The key is y'all offensive coordinator gotta grow some balls. Period. If he play aggressive like he's supposed to be, they gonna beat him by 2 touchdowns.
Let's see. Because division games are not easy. They're not easy. We've seen that too many times. We think, especially a team that's not that good in the division, you see division games because they know each other. Green Bay is pretty solid. They know the Lions. They beat us last year to Ford Field. We beat them in their place. We already beat them in their place this year. It's not easy.
And what happened last year when they beat us? Right, your boy Johnson. You go back to run that Michigan bullcrap playbook bullshit. Run the ball every fucking down. Stop doing that. The causing pattern was open the whole damn game. They should blow Chicago. they came away.
Yeah, they got too conservative.
Hey, Drew, I say that again. That what playbook?
That garbage ass Lloyd Carr bullshit. Stop running that shit.
No, that's that Bo Schembechler. Pound the ball until you ain't got a football anymore.
They all from the same tree. They do the same shit. They all the same shit.
That's true. Good to see Sharon recruit somebody that actually slang that mud.
Hey, you know that they had a coach that tried to do that. Rich Rodriguez. You see how that?
Yeah, he was
happened.
garbage. Nah, he was garbage.
Yeah, you see.
Rich Rodriguez, man. That was the biggest fool's gold coach of all time. But the Rich Rodriguez got carried by Pat White and Steve Slayton. That's another dude, man. That's another dude that I'm actually glad he came to Michigan because you see he didn't do anything after that. He tried to go to Arizona, it was garbage there too.
Brady
I
Hope.
can't feel that. He showed look good at Jacksonville State. He got them boys.
Jacksonville State.
Yeah,
Who?
we go there now.
Who?
I watch
OG
football.
who?
I watch football now. I'm just telling you where he at.
I do too. Who? Jacksonville State?
Yeah.
Isn't that the name of the school from the longest yard?
See. How long you say you watch football, man? How long you say you watch
I do. Jacksonville State.
Yeah.
But that's like saying I'm tearing it up at GRCC after I got fired from Michigan.
That's not, no,
Come on, man.
No, it's not.
Come on, Jacksonville State.
They probably beat Michigan. Why you playing?
No, they won't. Jacksonville State. Man. Hey, hold on. Hey, DC. What was the name of the college, man? Off when Ray Allen was in the He Got Game. What was the name of the college, man? It was a fake college.
Oh shit!
Like Ball University or something like that.
Oh man!
That may as well be Jacksonville State.
Oh man!
Yeah, what was the name of the team Calvin Cambridge played for? And like Mike, brother.
Oh man!
That may as well be Jacksonville State. That's it.
Them same players talking about beat Michigan. No bad for
Jackson.
I know what it was. Big State.
Big State.
Yeah.
Big State. Man.
It's funny some of their players because Indiana got a couple of their players and they still look good against Michigan.
Okay, that's great. That's that D1. That's that D1 Indiana. That's loaded with talent. Oh look, watch this. We also poached a couple Indiana players out the portal. Hey, that's pretty good too. We'll take that at Jacksonville State. I ain't never heard that, man. Jackson, but you know your college. Come on, man. When you a state college named after a city in the state. Not the city. You're not even named after the state. We Jacksonville State, bro. Kalamazoo State, Flint State, Saginaw State, Saginaw State, bro. Everybody look, Saginaw State. Everybody on the team got kids. The game get cut short because people got to go pick up their kids from daycare. Come on.
They did have a good linebacker last year, though. They did have a good linebacker.
Yeah, they all right
last year.
Oh
okay.
My goodness.
Jacksonville State. Yeah.
Man.
You gotta, you gotta speak up, Drew.
You gotta bring it up,
I'm just giving you a hard time, OG.
James Madison will beat y'all.
No, they won't. No, they won't. No, they won't. James Madison won't beat us in basketball, football, cricket, lacrosse, none of that. James or Madison won't beat us.
Drew.
Hold on. Where did Indiana coach come from?
Was that you talking about Kurt Signetti?
Yeah, where he come from?
Who cares? Who cares? Kurt Signetti, all these guys are Nick Saban coaching tree guys. I don't care what he another Nick Saban disciple. So what about him?
He came from James Madison.
Okay, all right, that's fine, brother. You can. Who did he come from, man? What coach he come from? What? Nick Saban. There you go, Nick Saban.
He won.
Drew,
He won everywhere he is.
That's another Nick. Sure, that's great. I mean, we talk about the guy. You talk about the guy. I'm talking about the school. Jacksonville State. Where has Rich Rodriguez won that besides Jacksonville State?
West Beach.
Nah, he ain't win there.
He didn't went Wesley. We talking
Yeah, but you mean Pat White and Steve Slayton won there. And as soon as them dudes gone, that's what you think. I tell you, damn. Oh man. Nah, man. I'm good on Jacksonville State, man. They look, I'll tell you this. Jacksonville State can't beat Muskegon State. I tell you that.
I bet money again. I bet on them. That's how I know that. They win. I bet on them.
Man, Muskegon State.
Hey, Drew, man, listen. I wouldn't even talk if I was you, man.
Come on, man.
Drew, I wouldn't even talk if I was you, man, because you got a lot of explaining to do about your team, Florida State, bro.
I'm telling you. Hey,
y'all a Cowboy fan.
Hey, y'all just lost a 5-star commitment.
Y'all know. If you always talking, you always right. I'm saying, I told you from the get-go, our team is gonna be bad this year. I'm not like you. I'm not delusional. I clearly said that.
Oh, I'm never delusional. I'm never a homer, brother. Never.
I don't know.
Hey,
because
DC, Bree, what have I been saying about Bumbus Warren from the beginning of the season? Terrible.
Now I'm saying I got this no good quarterback and all this, and a lot of y'all business fans was clowning the kid when he never go to LSU. Those are facts. Nah, he our savior now.
What do you mean that's calling him? I mean, clearly they wasn't clowning him hard enough to keep him from coming, right? Y'all just lost 2 5-star commitments in 14 hours, man. Come on.
What's that supposed to be? We get 5 years every year. What you understand is, because you a 5-star don't mean you a 5-star.
Okay, man. Okay, bro.
It don't.
All right, man. That's called cope. That's called cope. He ain't really a 5-star, you know what I'm saying? Look, I guarantee you, Drew wouldn't have said that if he actually committed and came to that school, now wouldn't. Nah, see that?
First of all, I don't get hyped up on no 5-star.
I agree with that. You got to get there and develop anyways, regardless.
My point is that.
Y'all drowning down south. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
What?
Y'all drowning down there, man. Florida State ain't it, brother.
No.
Y'all need some new blood. Y'all need to get that guy up out of there. Y'all need a whole makeover, brother. Whole makeover.
I'm not worried.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
He had one bad year. Get rid of him. He had one bad year.
When you lost to your life. You lost to your rival in Miami. You lost to your rival Florida.
Look,
not a good one.
Hey, DC, watch this. I guarantee they couldn't beat Jacksonville State.
Ask this. Before this year, when last time Miami and Florida beat us?
Can y'all beat Jacksonville State?
No. You want to bring it up. Before this year, when last time Miami and Florida beat us?
That's not the answer to my question. Can y'all beat Jacksonville State?
That's what I thought. Don't bring it up. You can't answer the question. Don't bring it up.
No, brother, look, I didn't ask that question. You asked that question. I'm asking, can y'all beat Jacksonville State right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Listen, I'm gonna end this show, man. Listen, I'm gonna end this show.
I'm just saying, the Michigan fans are like Cowboy fans.
I'm a State fan. You already know.
Are you a State fan?
You know what? No. Hey, listen. I gotta call you out though. I gotta call you out.
Get him.
And you know why I gotta call you out?
Why you gotta call?
Why? That stuff you did on the DSN, unacceptable, buddy.
Hey, hold on.
I'm gonna get on you on that.
No. That what you did earlier was unacceptable. That what you did earlier was unacceptable.
Right. And I do it again.
Hey, what happened, man?
I will put this on again. You damn right.
I don't know about that, man.
You damn right.
Is that burning your fingers when you touch it? Does that burn your fingers when you touch it, Bree?
No, not the second time. Maybe the first.
Okay. That don't look like something you can build up a tolerance to. That look like it hurt every time.
It happens, brother. It happens.
Yeah,
I got you.
Man, listen, fellas, man. Let's fellas, man. It's been another great show today, man.
Yes,
We're
sir.
glad it's been another great show. You know, we talk, the suck eyes. So those suck eyes out there, Michigan State season failure, the Detroit Lions, what they got to do to take care of business.
Yeah.
Drew, I'm gonna start with you. You got any final thoughts, man?
Yes. St. Brown going for 100, and we get to win by about 10 points.
Okay, that's it.
Yes, yeah.
Art.
Oh yeah, man. I'm glad to see my Wolverines close out the season on a high note. Got a great recruiting class coming in. Sharon will really be able to showcase his skills on the sidelines next year. As for state, man, I really think that the leadership has to really give some support. If they really believe that John is the coach that's going to really get y'all back to the promised land, that you guys got to be aggressive in the portal this year, man. You guys got to go out and actually get some vet talent that can really take you over the hump. 5-7 is not acceptable. You guys are not a 5-7 team, so we'll hope to see that improve, man. And as for Detroit, I'm with Drew, man. I think we're gonna come in. Dan Campbell's not a guy that's gonna let his team come in lax or let there be back-to-back lackluster performances. He's not gonna let that happen. So they'll come in and take care of business, and I'm not really worried about it. So we be straight. I have one question for everybody though. What do y'all think about this Jahmyr Gibbs situation, man, with the league play calls?
Oh man,
that's a bunch of noise, man. That ain't shit, man.
Yeah,
I know. I wanted to see it.
Yeah,
I wanted to see it.
It was a cop out thing to get teams to really think that that's their plays.
Man, fellas, watch this. Do you know how many people? You know how many people I know bought into that, man?
Huh?
You know how many people I know bought into that, man? That was crazy.
And they're gonna buy into it like a parlay.
Yeah,
Can I
crazy.
fellas?
Go ahead, Drew.
So what's been bothering me? I've been hearing all week is the Jameson Williams thing. I'm gonna y'all hit that yet with the flag he got for getting tripped. Did y'all talk about that?
you talking about against the Bears?
Yeah.
Are you talking about when he flipped that ball and all that?
Yeah.
All the Tariq Stevenson.
Yeah. I mean, who cares?
Yeah, I agree.
Who cares?
I mean, he just got to be smart and don't do stuff like that.
Yeah, that's all he got to do.
That's how y'all feel though. I don't know. I want to matter because that was me. If that was me, I would have fired that nigga up. Excuse my language.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm throwing football right back at him.
Yeah,
I think he handled it the best way he could because he should have swung on him. I'm just gonna be real.
Yeah, but like you say, what Bree is saying, you got to be smart.
You gotta be available for your team, man. Like I mean, at some point in time, the tough guy ish, you know what I'm saying? That don't fly, man. Like you got to be available for your team. I can't be. There's a lot of things I want to do, especially with somebody coming in correct, man. But the best, what I get paid to do is stay available for my team, man. That can't be, especially and Antoine Randall got on him. You know what I'm saying, man? Like you got to be smart, young fella. We trying to win. We a championship contender. You got to stay available, man. So
I understand that part of it. But at the end of the day, he gave him 3 passes. So the guy keep on fucking with you. I mean, the human element, he's gonna react.
Yeah.
You gotta be disciplined and not.
You gotta be disciplined, man. This is the Detroit Lions, not the Detroit Hood, bro. This is professional football, dog. You got a job to do, man. Like, come on now.
7 to 8 mile, man. We gotta keep. We gotta keep it G. This ain't L. George is where he be hanging out at now.
Hey, Steve,
this ain't Jacksonville State either.
I wasn't gonna bring that up. You ain't right.
Hey, but look though.
It ain't Saginaw State either.
Ain't Grand Valley State either.
Grand Valley State.
Hey, Ark, I'm gonna start using that too, man. But
Muskegon State, the Heights A&M.
Concordia. Ferris State.
That's unfair though, man. That's very unfair, man. Because they ain't say that when D-Hop did that swung on the motherfucker. They ain't say that. I'm just saying. I think it's because it was J-Mo. If it was St. Brown, everything would been cool.
Yeah, man. Look, I understand where you're coming, OG, from a media perspective and how they cover it, but I'm talking about from a personal perspective with this young man. You know what I'm saying? For his own development, you know what I'm saying? For his own career. Not
Mhm.
everything can be a reaction, man. As a man, especially, I have to walk circumspectly. I have to carry myself in a non-emotional manner, especially when I know people are effing with me and they're just trying to get me off my square. Why does a guy try to play these little psychological games? Just because he can't out talent you.
Yeah.
That's with anything, man. You know, the trash talk to get in a lot of oftentimes is because you're getting him and he can't stop you physically. So he's trying
Mhm.
to stop you mentally, trying to get you off the field, off the court, whatever it may be, out the ring. You know, get you messing up doing things you wouldn't normally do. And so, you know, the only thing that was is they having a hard time covering JMO. We got to get this kid to do something stupid because we know he's emotional, and he's impetuous.
Yeah.
And that's what Antoine Randall was trying to tell him, man. Like, you young fella, you got to. And what Jameson needs to realize, man, look at your season, young fella. Low key, whether you realize it or not, or whether you want it to or not, it's been thing after thing after thing. So at some point, you got to rein it in, young dog. You got to do your part
Yeah.
to try to rein that in.
Yeah. That's you know, you just got to be smart. You got to be disciplined, man. That's all you got to do.
Yeah,
You
without a doubt.
got to be there for your team. So I'm gonna go on my quick final thoughts, and then I'm gonna let Bree, you know, go ahead and when we get out of here, man. So my quick final thoughts is Michigan State, get your shit together next year. You got a long way to go. Get it together, and I'm just keeping it plain and simple on that. Congratulations,
Give me
you know, congratulations.
Oh wait, y'all.
We'll take it. Hell.
Yeah. Congratulations to U of M to beat the Ohio State suck ass, the school of Columbus. You beat the crap out. You beat them. You make them, make them look like sorry ass. You know what out there?
Yeah. Because they are. Because they're coaches.
Mm-hmm. And all that. Ryan Day. I won't be. You probably be out of here. But a lot of people, you'll from the reports are saying you'll still be there. That's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's good for you. Who cares? But Detroit Lions, plain and simple, take care of business against Green Bay. It's going to be a tough game. Green Bay is going to try to look for revenge. Lions take care of the football. Ben Johnson quit trying to be too damn cute with the play calling. Do what you're supposed to do. And that's it. So that was my final thoughts. Bree?
Yeah. So congratulations to that U of M beating Ohio. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. We'll get okay. 7 congratulations, 7-5. Great. Great. Lovely. Outstanding. Wonderful. Y'all should be proud. Thank you.
We are. Yeah, very.
Terrible.
But nah, for real, man. Hey, beat Ohio State, man. Oh, my bad. Team from Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
So, congratulations to that and that win. Hopefully they can get a good, bowl game. As far as the Lions, they just got to stay disciplined throughout the whole game, man. Throughout all the injuries that they going through and everything, they just got to play a disciplined game, no penalties, no unsportsmanlike things, and no hitting the helmets like no Brian Branch type stuff, man. We need people. We need our teams. We need our players to play this game.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as they play a disciplined game and just put pressure on Jordan Love and have no love for Jordan Love, and just get at Watson, get at Romeo Dobbs and Reed and all these guys, and contain the run game with Josh Jacobs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We got to do that. Shout out to Josh Jacobs, good dude though, but we got to contain him. Shout out to Josh Jacobs for the promo on the video last year, man. Appreciate that, Josh Jacobs, for sure. But yeah, also too, my Pistons. Hopefully we can get that win. Go to that cup down there in Vegas. Hopefully we can just shock the world. Hopefully Kane to play and everybody else to play. Hopefully.
That was management, and that was management that decided to not let him play the other day, man. He's perfectly fine, man. But I'm like this: we're not good enough to sit out games. That's we need to win every game, cup of the neck, build momentum, build your team. I understand they're trying to win the NBA Cup or whatever, and look, man. For those that say the NBA Cup don't count, I ask this question: do y'all have the same energy for LeBron when he won one?
I do.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm with you, OG. It's just I'm saying from a universal perspective, man. I think all this added stuff is fluff, but look, it matters in today's game, and the Pistons need to win something. So I get that, but K didn't need to scratch him, man. I didn't agree with that. That wasn't his choice, but he'll play, and I just hope everybody else keep their weight. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. What's up? But yeah, hopefully, Pistons get that victory tomorrow. Beat the Bucks at home.
Okay,
Go 4-0 in the cup, go to Vegas.
Mhm.
Also, too, man, shout out to all the winners that won on that pay-per-view WWE, man. I mean, hey, I'm gonna speak on that on a later video. So
Yeah.
shout out to that OG bloodline. Yes, sir. And just I want to make a couple more points too. This Saturday, there's a couple things going on Saturday. Tariq Skubal is having a signing at DC Sports, I think around 1:00. And then also the MAC championship game at Ford Field at noon this Saturday as well. So those two things going on. And also, I got to bring this up as well. December 6th, it's a boxing for gifts. It's a help to raise money to give underprivileged kids an amazing Christmas shopping spree. So that's going to be at 79 19 Mile Road, Sterling Heights, at the Transformation Lab, which is owned by former Michigan State linebacker Taiwan Jones.
Shout out to Taiwan Jones.
So he does.
Big shout out.
He does. That's personal training, workout, and everything. So they have another boxing event there. So y'all show y'all support. It's $25 at the door. So anybody that can make it, make it. It's Friday. So, but yeah, that's all I got.
All right, man. It's been another great show today, man. Thank you, fellas. Thank you, Drew, for showing up. Thank my guy Bree, always holding it down. Thank my guy Art, always showing love with this channel, man. Shout out to the people that was in the chat today as well, man. Here's Johnny, Alex Heron, our guy Nomus J. You know what I'm saying?
Where is Nomus?
He's at work eating his cheese at Modelo's as usual.
At work, man.
Yeah. He's at work. Shout out to Nomus J.
Big shout out. It's my dude.
But make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe to the channel D313XP. You following myself, Bree, Nomus J, and all social media content. Man, we gonna drive some good Detroit sports content, man. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe. We at the bottom of the ticker. So follow all social media platforms. It's been another great episode of D313XP, the weekend review. We'll be back here next week talking about another great sports weekend event for college football to the NFL to the NBA. Bree, Drew, Art, DC1, we out. Catch y'all on the flip side.
Be blessed, brothers. Be blessed.
Be blessed. Absolutely.